So I guess I had to make this video because I feel like it's been a long time in the making. And I guess my inspiration was that I was feeling like shit yesterday. So just to put some context, I'm really introverted and I love spending time at home. Obviously that does lead to feeling lonely sometimes. So I really do enjoy my company a lot. And I feel like I've really worked on not feeling lonely when I'm alone. It's not very often that I feel very lonely. But yesterday I felt so lonely, I cried. Anyways, I do have confidence in my ability to get out of that funk in those moments. And so I took it as a task upon myself to be very present and very mindful about what I was doing to kind of like get over that funk. Yesterday, just so you have some context, it was Sunday. Friday and Saturday were super social, and then Sunday was my boyfriend's birthday lunch. We had lunch with all of his closest school friends, and he does live with a few roommates. They have this very close friendship. Sometimes when I contrast it with coming home to my own space where there's nobody and no company and no friends, it makes me feel kind of not a part of that thing, not a part of my own thing, but also not a part of that thing. Here are my notes on what I did to get myself out of my funk. First of all, point number 1, go take a walk. Put on your shoes, go take a walk. That squishy chest feeling literally disappears as soon as you take a walk. When my last relationship ended, every time I felt anxious, I put on my shoes and I went for a walk. It will definitely put things into perspective. It's a good release for that anxiety. The next thing that I always do is journaling. I am such a huge believer in journaling. In fact, my therapist told me that it's very important for introverts to journal because we don't share our deepest thoughts with people around us. It does really help to clear your thoughts out and to process them and to understand them. I was feeling some sort of way, the contrast of being with him and all his close friends and then arriving to an empty, quiet house while I know that it's all fun and games there, which probably is not that real. I just felt like I had to talk to him about how I was feeling. And sometimes us anxious girlies really do need that reinforcement from our partner. And I am not afraid to say it or ask for it, and therefore we had a really nice chat. What really helps me sometimes is call up someone that I'm really close with or your sibling. For me, my sister is my best friend in the world. So I talk to her and I immediately feel like I can breathe again. And it just feels smaller. Things feel way smaller and it takes that seriousness off of it. Because I'm an introvert, I guess, I don't immediately think of calling someone or sharing it with someone. And that's why I journal. My next point, I guess, came with turning 30 or 31, if you will. Recognizing that loneliness is normal, but more importantly, that it will pass. This is a normal part of life. It is a normal part of being human. It's a normal emotion and it is okay. Another interesting fact that my therapist told me, an emotion lasts 90 seconds. The rest is literally your brain circling around the problem, reliving it. Just have that in mind. It's gonna change your mindset. An emotion lasts 90 seconds and everything else is up to you. So let it go. And know while you're going through it, that you're just going through it to get it out of your system. I literally remind myself this is not forever and it's gonna pass. But I do journal about it for very long if I have to. So with these simple steps, I'm already feeling better. I'm feeling like I can change my clothes, I can be a person again, I can start doing something a little more productive with my time, and I just start feeling more energized. Okay, so here comes the better part. What is the thing we love about living alone? We love our cozy, comfy space. And that's my next point. Create your comfortable living space. Make it comfy. It's probably cluttered if you're feeling like shit. Probably haven't done your dishes. You probably haven't changed out of your clothes. You probably haven't taken things out of your bag yet. You probably haven't cooked for the next day. I like to choose one tiny thing. I just choose one tiny thing. If there's a bag on the floor, I'll take that bag to the kitchen. And then I'll be like, you know what? just gonna take a few things out of that bag and empty it out. That's it. And that's when I set things in motion. At this point, I'm eating something cozy, aka carbs, probably pasta, add some protein, maybe some tuna. Honestly, the whole binging thing is really to get your mind off of that emotion that you keep going around, right? We journaled, we walked, we did all the things to process that emotion, and now I usually just try to like focus on things that I love to do. For example, I like to go on my budgeting Excel and I'll just go through my finances, reorganize that, see what I'm going to do next month, find inspiration. Maybe I'll go on Pinterest and look at the next thing I'm going to paint, or look for inspiration for my next ceramics piece that I'm going to go paint with one of my friends. I will look on Pinterest for clothes that I want to buy. I'll make a mood board for my apartment, or think of like the next thing I want to buy for my apartment. My last point is prepare for tomorrow. Tomorrow is bound to be a better day. The emotions have gone down. The intensity of whatever you were feeling goes down. You sleep it out. You're restored. So what I like to do at this point is prepare my meal for tomorrow, something healthy, because today I had protein, so I want to be healthy for tomorrow. And I just think of future happy me, who is out of this rut, because I know I will be. So I'll prepare my meal for tomorrow, I'll put it in the Tupperware, prepare my work bag for the next day. I just start winding down because I want to get enough sleep and wake up super fresh, like the best of my abilities. So I start winding down, I turn off a few lights, soap out my makeup, I put on some cream, I hydrate my face. I put on some of this probably, and get a nice book to read, or sometimes I will put on my nightly meditation that puts me right to sleep. Whatever works to put you to sleep. I just like to go like step by step, winding down a few hours before my bedtime. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is what works for me. If you want more on things that I do long term to feel less lonely, how I plan out my week to not feel lonely, let me know, because those are things that I've been hyper aware of and very mindful of lately, and I feel like it took me a really long time to find this like balance that works for me and my brain and my mental health. And I would gladly share, and I will see you in the next episode.